This song was written by Alex Campbell, and we sang it in a this show in the Fife late night. When our topic was well, this is a sort of plug in retrospect.
You feel bad enough paying your $5, don't take it now.
So you feel really terrible about not coming last week. The subject that we used for our songs the last time we did the show was the travelling man, and this song is about a travelling man, a rover or a rambler, a modern style, the Alex Campbell style rover.
You make money, huh? To lose friends.
This time.
I've been on the road so long, been tired and cold so long. I've been to the south where the winds they are warm, been traveling the road of no return so long. Sit down, please, and sing so long every time it comes up. I've seen what was war so long, the blood on the scars so long, the mansions of mud, the wounds and the blood, seen the dying of all that was good so long. Well, the world's in a shroud so long, a mushroom and cloud so long, the light in the words of those leaders of men, those cheats who would take us to war once again so long.
But hope lives in me so long. It's love that I see so long. The courage and strength in a young man's smile, the hope that is in the smallest child so long. Everybody.
I've been on the road so long, been tired and cold so long. I've been to the south where the winds they are warm, been traveling the road of no return so long.
And now, you'll be glad to hear, we're going to introduce tonight's guest, who is a young man, he'll be surprised to hear, a young man who's come from Ireland after a very successful tour of England. He featured at such well-known clubs as the Singers Club in London and was a great hit in The Smoke, and he's done very well in clubs all over Britain. He's a singer of Irish songs, traditional and perhaps less traditional, but principally traditional Irish songs. A man with a very distinctive style who really handles his material well. Well, where the hell is he? Christy Moore. Hey!
chorus. Sick of that. Then who are you, me pretty fair maiden? Who are you, me honey? Oh, and who are you, me pretty fair maiden? Who are you, me honey? She looked at me quite modestly. I am me mother's darling, with me Toraya. Fall the diddle da, diary, fall the diddle dairy, oh. Will you come to me mother's house when the moon is shining clearly? Oh, and will you come to me mother's house when the moon is shining clearly? I'll open the door and I'll let you in, and divil the one'll hear us with me Toraya. Fall the diddle da, me diary, fall the diddle dairy, oh. And she took me horse, be the bridle and the bit, and she lent it to the stable. Oh, she took me horse, be the bridle and the bit, and she lent it to the stable. Then there's plenty of oats for a soldier's horse to eat it if he's able. With me Toraya, fall the diddle da, me diary, fall the diddle dairy, oh. And she took me by the lily white hand, and she led me to the table. Oh, she took me by the lily white hand, and she led me to the table. Then there's plenty of wine for a soldier, boy, so drink now if you're able. With me Toraya, fall the diddle da, me diary, fall the diddle dairy, oh. Then I got up and I made the bed, and I made it nice and easy. Oh, then I got up and I made the bed, and I made it nice and easy. Then I got up and I laid her down, saying, lassie, are you able? With me Toraya, fall the diddle da, diary, fall the diddle dairy, oh. And there we lay till the break of day, and divil the one did hear us. Oh, and there we lay till the break of day, and divil the one did hear us. Then I arose and put on me clothes, saying, lassie, I must leave ya with me Toraya. Fall the diddle da, me diary, fall the diddle dairy, oh. And when will you return again, and when might we get married? Oh, and when will you return again, and when might we get married? When broken shells make Christmas bells, we might well get married with me Toraya. Fall the diddle da, diary, fall the diddle dairy, oh. We had the lads talking about travelling people and travelling things. There's a man at home lives in the west of Ireland called John Riley, who is a very well-known singer and collector of songs. And I've got a lot of my songs from John. And he sings one song which is a rather amusing version of the English song about the man who went down to the local whorehouse with his navvy boots on. And he calls it the Bold English Navvy. So I'd like to sing the version of the song now, if you'll excuse an English song from an Irishman. I'm a bold English navvy that's working the line. Oh, the first place I met 'twas Newcastle on Tyne. I'm tired and I'm weary, for I'm working all day. There's a cot by the hill and I'm making me way, where I first got me supper and I then had a shave. For courting young damsels I'm highly revered, with the sun and the moon and the stars shining down. Oh, I'm off on the road with me navvy boots on. Oh, I knocked at her window and me knocks they were low. I knocked there again and says she, is that Joe? I knocked there again and says no, this is John. As I quietly replied with me navvy boots on. Oh, she opened the window and she lifted me in, and straight to the bedroom she bade me go then. Oh, the night it's been dark and the blankets been drawn. Oh, I leapt in beside her with me navvy boots on. And early next morning at the dawn of the day, said I, me young damsel, I must go away. Lie down, don't you know you've done wrong when you slept here all night with your navvy boots on? Well, indeed, if I did, sure 'twas only for fun. Can I do that again with me navvy boots on? Oh, when 6 months were over and 3 in the list, oh, this gallant young girl, she grew fat round the waist. Oh, 9 months been over and 3 coming on, she gave me a son with his navvy boots on. And the first time she saw him, the sad song she sung, oh, he's very like his father, look at the way he's well hung. So here's a warning to all you young men, don't ever let a navvy man into your bend, for when he gets warm he thinks upon yon, and he'll spring on your flanks with his navvy.
Left in the body of the car. 6 over in the middle. 6 up front round.
I was down in a place called England last week and somebody stole me a guitar.
When you buy it back.
He wasn't a Jew. Oh dear. I'd sing an Irish pop song now. At least in Ireland it would be considered a pop song. But usually when you sing it over here, people take it for what it's worth and sing the chorus. It's a song about a young girl whose man goes off to fight in the GPO. Jesus. You get me the guitar, will you? It's called the Tricoloured Ribbon. This guitar doesn't like the song. Oh dear. We can go to Mass today. I'll go next Sunday.
Yeah.
How I had the true love, if ever a girl had one. I had a true love, a brave young lad was he. But one fine Easter morning, he sent me heart a pining. He started away for to set all Ireland free. So all around me hat I wear a tricoloured ribbon, oh. All around me hat, oh, until Dant comes to me. And if anybody asks me why I'm wearing the ribbon, oh, it's all for my true love I ne'er more shall see. His bandolier around him, his bright bayonet shining, his short service rifle a beauty to see. There was joy in his eyes, though he left me behind him, and started away for to set our Ireland free. So all around me hat I wear a tri-coloured ribbon, oh, all around me hat, oh, until death comes to me. And if anybody asks me why I'm wearing the ribbon, no, it's all for my true love I'll never more shall see. He whispered goodbye, love, old Ireland is calling, and high over Dublin the tricolour flies. In the streets of the city the foemen are falling, and we birds are singing old Ireland arise. So all around me hat I wear a tri-coloured ribbon, oh, and all around me hat, oh, until death comes to me. And if anybody asks me why I'm wearing the ribbon, no, it's all for my true love I ne'er more shall see. The battle was ended and they brought me the story, his last whispered message he had sent unto me. I was true to my land, love, I fought all for her glory. I gave up me life that our Ireland might be free. So all around my hat I wear a tri-coloured ribbon, no, all around me hat, oh, until death comes to me. And if anybody asks me why I'm wearing the ribbon, no, it's all for my true love I ne'er more shall see. There's a river down in the south of Ireland called the River Lee. This song tells the story of it's a short love song. It tells the story of a young man who goes off to fight in some silly war. When he comes back, the girl he'd been courting was dead, and he's said to have knelt down beside her grave and sang this song. It's a kind of romantic introduction, but it's a rather romantic song. It's called the Banks of the River Lee. When two lovers meet down beside the green ocean, when two lovers meet down beneath the green tree, and Mary, fond Mary, to her love she is declaring, you have stolen away my young heart from the banks of the lea. Oh, and don't stray out late on the moorlands, my Mary. Oh, and don't stray out late on the moorlands for me. And little was her notion as we parted on the ocean, that we'd be forever parted on the banks of the lea. Oh, I loved her dearly, but true and sincerely. There is no one in this wide world I love so much as she. Every bunch, every bower, every wild Irish flower, it reminds me of my true love on the banks of the lea. So I will pluck, my love, some roses, some wild Irish roses. I will pluck, my love, some roses, the fairest that ever grew, and I will place them on the grave of my own darling true love. In that cold and silent graveyard where she lies beneath the dew.
I live in a place called Newbridge, which is in a county called Kildare. And about 2 miles away we've got a place called the Curragh, which used to be the headquarters of the English army before they left. And now it's the headquarters of the Irish army. What an army it is. But there are quite a few songs in the area from the time when Her Majesty's army was there. And one of them is about a young man who goes off to fight in the Boer War and leaves behind a young girl with a big belly on her. and she's supposed to have sang this song. It's called Me Love Is O'er the Ocean. It's got a chorus for all those chorus singers. Oh, me love is o'er the ocean, me love is o'er the sea. Oh, me love is o'er the ocean, and I'm in the family way. Oh, well, he was a queer one, for the digger dower that he was a queer one, I'll tell you. And if you go to the Curragh camp, just call on number 9. Oh, you'll see 3 squaddies standing there, and the best looking one is mine. Oh, well, he was a queer one, for the digger dower that he was a queer one, I'll tell you. And if you go to Francis Street, that's if you go at all,
take a look at the writing on the wall, say a prayer for the way I walk. Oh, well, he was a queer one, for the digger Jowa, that he was a queer one, I'll tell you. And if you go to fight the Boers, that's if you go at all, make sure you fight from a deep, deep trench, or you won't come back at all. Oh, well, he was a queer one, for the digger Jowa, that he was a queer one, I'll tell you. Me love lies o'er the ocean, me love lies o'er the sea. Oh, me love lies o'er the ocean, and I'm in the family way. Oh, well, he was a queer one, for the digger Jowa, that he was a queer one, I'll tell you. So hand me down me petticoat, and hand me down me shawl. Oh, hand me down me petticoat, for him off to the pension hall. Oh, well, he was a queer one, for the digger Jowa, that he was a queer one, I'll tell you. I just said I'm a Kildare man, but I'm very fond of the city of Dublin. It's a great place for drinking and carousing and living in general. And this is a song which kind of indicates these facts. It's a song in which the more famous parody called The Liffey Side was written. It's the original version of The Liffey Side, as sung by a Dublin exile. Oh, I am a poor old Dublin man, and me age it is 53. I work away, and from me pay I spend me money free. I have a wife and family, me pleasure and me pride, and I love to take them ramblin' down by the Liffey side. How often do my thoughts go back to days of long ago, when Jane and I were courting on the banks of the Pimlico, when a 1 and a 1 cost 4 pence, with vinegar and salt, and a couple of coppers bought for you a half of glorious malt. Oh, down the Coombe and Patrick Street we would stroll on Saturday night, where the ballad singers sang so sweet, and the stars they shone so bright. It was there I walked me darling Jane, and I asked her to be me bride on a Saturday night, when the stars shone bright down by the Liffey side. Oh, fare ye well, those days of old, when all of us were young, when the best of drink flowed freely round, and the best of songs were sung, mid friendship and good company, and pleasure flowed full tide. Oh, we'll never see the likes again, down by the levee side.
I sing a song from County Cork. There's a fellow in the world today, what's his name? George Brown. You saw him on television this evening, he claimed to have a County Cork descendant. You'd never think of this till talking, would you? With his Oxford accent. Anyway, this is a song called The Piper Across Barry. And the story comes from the time when this flying column were camped on top of this hill in Crossbarry in County Cork. 72 men, well armed admittedly, but surrounded by 2,000 Englishmen. But among the ranks of the 72 there was a piper, a fellow who played the pipes. So the captain of the flying column got this great inspiration that he'd take your man's gun off him and give him his pipes. And he got the 72 fellas firing like mad with their guns, and this fella marching around the top of the hill with his pipes, and the 2,000 men ran like hell for home. And I reckon the piper must have been stone drunk, even though he got all kinds of medals for bravery, because I know I wouldn't march around playing me pipes if there was 2,000 fellas shooting at me. But the song anyway is called The Piper Across Barry. It's got a rather common air, which is used for various songs, but the story is still there. Oh, the piper of Crossbarry, oh, he rose there morning tide, and he went up to his captain, bowled his war pipes laid aside. Oh, said he, I'm through with piping now, I'll fight for liberty, and today, please God, we'll howl the sod and set all Ireland free. Now, piper by the captain said upon that fateful day, oh, today you'll march between our lines and martial music play. And when they hear the Irish pipes, they'll strive for liberty, and today, please God, we'll howl the sod and set all Ireland free. From Cork, Kinsale and Bandon Town and Ballincollig too, oh, the English poured 2,000 men upon Tom Barry's view. But when the sun was setting on the day of victory, oh, the piper of Crossbarry, he had piped all Ireland free. From break of dawn as day wore on, Crossbarry battle rolled, oh, for Irish sons with Irish guns had challenged England's hold. And when the blazing lorries flamed to signal victory, oh, the piper of Crossbarry, he had piped all Ireland free. Forget not brave Florbegley boys who raised the chant of war. Oh, he marched among the fighting lines, his war pipes throned afar. The music of his warlike tunes, they cowered the enemy, and the men of old Crossbarry, oh, they set all Ireland free. Forget not those brave volunteers who fell down on the plain, oh, for them the piper played a tune in memory of the slain. The banshee saddle lament was heard in time of victory, and the piper of Crossbarry, he had piped all Ireland free. It was on the 19th day of March in the Donipig market day, oh, we laid a bomb at the barrack door and blew half across Barry away. But when the sun was setting on the day of victory, oh, the piper of Crossbarry, he had piped all Ireland free. Finish off with a song. It's a kind of the Irish equivalent of the Dundee Weaver. It's a song about a young girl from Dungannon who made her way down to Dublin in all her ignorance and innocence and got ravished by this Dublin man up in the park. And the song is called The Maid from Dungannon. And it's got a little chorus, which I hope you'll all sing, even the innocent young girls. It was down by Christchurch that I first met with Annie. She was a neat little girl and not a bit shy. Oh, she told me her father had come from Dungannon, and I'll take her back there in the old by and by. And what's it to any man, whether or no, whether I'm easy or whether I'm through, as I lifted her petticoat easy and slow, and I rolled up me sleeve for to buckle her shoe. Down along Thomas Street, and down to the Liffey. Oh, the sun it went down, and the evening grew dark. Down by Kingsbridge, and be God in a jiffy, sure me arms were around her below in the park. And what's it to any man, whether or no, whether I'm easy or whether I'm through, as I lifted her petticoat easy and slow, and I rolled up me sleeve for to buckle her shoe. In city or country, a girl, she's a jewel, and she's well known for holding the mouth of a man. And any young man, he is really a fool if he tries it the first time to go a bit far. And what's it to any man, whether or no, whether I'm easy or whether I'm through, as I lifted her petticoat easy and slow, and I rolled up me sleeve for to buckle her shoe. If you happen to go to the town of Dungannon, you may search till your eyeballs grow empty and blind. Be you sitting or walking or lying or standing, a girl like sweet Annie you never will find. And what's it to any man, whether or no, whether I'm easy or whether I'm through, as I lifted her petticoat easy and slow, and I rolled up me sleeve for to buckle her shoe.
We Jimmy requested a song I want to sing. It's about two Irish men who went out to have an April Fool. I think it's actually a North of England song with a nice chorus. Please sing.
This is a very good song, so, you know, shut up. Listen to it.
On the first day of April, I'll never forget, when two Irish rovers together they met. They got on their horses and swore solemnly that they'd play a trick on the first man they'd see. Laddie falder, it lied all right, mallerley. They hadn't been gone down the road but a mile, when Campbell the rover came by in great style. They bade him good morning, he bade them the same, and in close conversation together they came. Laddie falder, it lied all right, falder-a-lay. They came to an inn where they made a quick stop, and he asked Campbell in for to have a wee drop. They asked him his pleasure, and Campbell replied, I'll have a wee drop for to warm me inside. Laddie falder, it lied all right, falder-a-lay. A bottle of whiskey they put down their throats, till the Irishmen rose for to bail out their boats. They ran to their horses, rode quickly away, leaving Campbell the rover the reckoning to pay. Laddie Falder, it lied, all right, Falder, allay. Don't you worry now, landlord, then Campbell did say, for I've got the money, the reckoning to pay. Just sit down beside me, and before that I go, I'll show you a trick that perhaps you don't know. Laddie Falder, it lied, all right, Falder, allay. The landlord been eager to find out this plan. It's down the low cellar, together they plan. The landlord been eager to find out this plan. It's down the low cellar, together they ran. Laddie Falder, it lied, all right, Falder, allay. Campbell's taken the knife, and in a very short space, he's drilled him a hole, saying, put your thumb in that place. He's drilled him another, saying, put your thumb there, while I for a tumbler do run up the stair. Laddie Falder, it lied, all right, Falder, allay. Campbell's run to his horse, keeping all well out of sight, and off he did ride with all of his might, just leaving that landlord to think on the way how Campbell the rover the reckoning did pay. Laddie Falder, it lied, all right, Falder, allay. Thank you. This is another song from, I think, the north of England. It concerns a factory girl. As I was a-walking one fine summer's morning, the birds in the bushes so sweetly did sing, and the lads and the lassies together were sporting, as they waited for the factory bell to ring. Well, I spied a young damsel much fairer than Venus, her lips like the red rose that grows in the dell, and the cheeks like the lily that grows in the valley. She's my one and only darling, she's my factory girl. Well, I stepped up to her, it was but to view her. Well, on me she laid a sweet note of disdain, says, stand off me, do not insult me. For although I am a poor girl, I think it no shame. Well, I didn't mean to harm you, I'm sure I would scorn it. But grant me one favor, love, please tell me where you dwell. Oh, I am a poor girl without friend or relation, and besides I am a hard-working factory girl. Well, and now to conclusion, to finish these verses. This couple are married, and they get on so well, so lads, lift up your glasses, let's think to the lassies, as we sit and wait for the sound of the factory bell. This is an Irish version of a well-known folk song. There's a lot of versions of this song. This is one that I learned from an Irish singer who was here about a year ago called Al O'Donnell. Oh, once I had a sweetheart, and now I have none, and now she has left me, I cry all alone, and now she has left me, contented I'll be, for she loves another, far greater than me. I pass my love's window, both early and late. The looks that she gave me would make my heart break. The looks that she gave me, 1,000 would kill. Though she loves and deceives me, I love her still. I wrote my love a letter in red rosy line. She answered back another, all twisted and twined. Said, keep your love letter, and I will keep mine. And you write to your true love, and I write to mine. It's autumn, I wonder why maidens love men. More often I wonder why young men love them. For from my own knowledge I'll have you to know that women are deceivers wherever they go. So green grows the laurel, and soft falls the dew, and sorrows my love since parting with you. But when at our next meeting our joys will renew, we'll love one another and always be true. I had a request from the bar. Everybody drinks more. No. It's a request for a song. Tonight I am so happy. Tonight I am so gay. My mother's got a roly-poly pudding on the way. I saw her put the currants in, the suet in as well, and you will be surprised at the story I will tell. I'm having a bit tonight, I'm having a bit tonight. Me mother says I must be quick to get me bit. The spotty dick likes me roly-poly, it fills me with delight. I haven't had any since Christmas, but I'm having a bit tonight. My girlfriend's down for Easter, and she's a lovely girl. Her eyes are like the flashing stars, her teeth just like the pearls. There's only one thing wrong with her, she is so very fat, but tonight I'll give her spotty dick. Well, what do you think of that? I'm having a bit tonight, I'm having a bit tonight. Me mother says I must be quick to get me bit. The spotty dick likes me roly-poly, it fills me with delight. I haven't had any since Christmas, but I'm having a bit tonight. girlfriend, she came down with her. And she's a fat girl too, and everything her girlfriend does, she always does it too. She takes a double helping. She's got such an appetite, but there's plenty spotty dick, and she'll be satisfied tonight. I'm having a bit tonight, I'm having a bit tonight. Me mother says I must be quick to get me bit of spotty dick. I likes me roly-poly, he fills me with delight. I haven't had any since Christmas, but I'm having a bit tonight. Now it gives me great pleasure to ask of our next singer, who's a face who's sung here before. And also he's sung here before too. Tommy Bonner, all the way from Dunfermline.
I'm a poor unhappy married man, I have an awful wife. To please her I do all I can, and still she plagues my life. If I do everything that's right, she'll find a fault somehow. And if I just stay out all night, there's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. I do all in my life for to please my wife, but there's bound to be a row. Now she wakes me in the morning in the most cruel way. She kicks me on the floor and not a hard word do I say. She makes me wash my stockings, my shirts and fronts I bow. And if I don't wash hers as well, there's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. I do all in my life for to please my wife, there's bound to be a row. Now she's taken in a lodger, he's single by the by. She says I must make room for him and on the sofa lie. They eat the meat, give me the bones, it don't seem right somehow. And if I just say half as much, there's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. I do all in my life for to please my wife, but there's bound to be a row. Now she sometimes has a party for friends who dine at 8, and I've to hurry home from work to be in time to wait. And as they hustle me around, if I don't scrape and bow, and say yes sir and thank you please, there's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. I do all in my life for to please my wife, there's bound to be a row. Now after I've earned my wages, after working hard all week, I've turned every halfpenny up and still she has the cheek to give me tuppence to myself, for that I have to bow. And if I spend it all at once, there's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. There's bound to be a row. I do all in my life for to please my wife, there's bound to be a row. Thank you.
Fast expo, darling.
Here's a song, a new song, which was written by Donovan. I've been requested to sing it again. It's a bit of a quiet song, you know, so I don't want to have to shout it. It's from the film. Shut up! Thanks. It's from the film Poor Cow. I dwell in the north, in the green country, far and near, far and near. I take to my rest at the end of the day, whilst o'erhead pretty stars do play. And then I dream along, and then I make a song about everything that I've known and felt, and I take the sadness well. Then I wake up in a funny old kind of day. The rain's gone away. I'm watching the children sing and play in the garden by the railway. Up comes a little one singing a song about a friend she knows called Rosie. Off to the greenwood you must go, go picking me one fine posy. All on the sun as bright as earth, I feel sad as a butterfly. I dwell with my songs and my pride and things we love they, oh so dear are they. I dream of the girl with the sunshine eyes, standing near wherever she may be. And then I dream along, and then I make a song about everything that I've known and felt, and I make the sadness well. I dwell in the north, in the green country, far and near, far and near. I dream of the girl with the sunshine eyes, standing near wherever she may be. And then I dream along, and then I make a song about everything that I've known and felt, and I take the sadness well. Just another song at twilight in the boarding house I lived in. Everything was growing old, silver threads among the butter, and the cheese was green with mold. When the dog died we had sausages, when the cat died catnip tea. When the landlord died I left there. Spirits were too much for me, no much for me. Now girls can never change their nature, for it is beyond their reach. If a girl, if a girl is born a lemon, she can never be a peach. But the law of compensation is the one I always preach. You can always squeeze a lemon. Did you ever try to squeeze a peach? Now the train was standing in the station when a young man full of care came rushing on to get aboard it. He tripped, fell headlong down the stairs. An old lady rushed up to him, saying, "Did you miss a step, my son?" He looked up and said, "No, lady, I hit every bloody one."